Hello everyone, this is Joshua Tree. Today we'll be looking at the recent Tanzanite discovery by a gentleman by the name Saniniu Kurian Laser. But before we do that, we have to understand where this mineral was discovered. So we'll try and geolocate through Google Maps the potential area where the discovery was made, which is in Tanzania. And the only existing Tanzanite mine in Tanzania lies between a place called Arusha and Moshi, which is roughly a few miles from the Kilimanjaro International Airport, about to the southwest. Yeah, as we can see there, we have Tanzanite One Mining. That's the major company that's doing the mining within that area. And you can see around the area you have some towns. You can see some that's some overburden, those heaps of you can see the heaps of excavated land. Yeah, you can see the existing towns nearby, and probably those towns have popped up as a result of the mining that is ongoing. Yeah, it's you can see the settlement is just concentrated on the far ends within the mining region. If you get on the ground, you can see the area. It's less it has less vegetation, and you can see those heaps of overburden that have been caused as a result of the extraction. Yeah, as the miners are mining, they usually remove the ground from below and take it to the top. Yeah, so that's the area of interest, and that's the only area where you have Tanzanite mining ongoing so far in this world. So we'll try and estimate the distance from Kilimanjaro International Airport, and as you can see, it is roughly around 10 miles southwest, 9 to 10 miles southwest. Yeah, that's where we have the Tanzanite mining in an area called Merelani. Yeah, so I'd like us to understand how these mineral veins of Tanzanite are behaving on the ground. And to demonstrate that, I'll put up an illustration. The first thing we do is we have to draw our north, and what you see there as the red, those are the mineral veins of Tanzanite, how they are behaving on the ground in terms of direction. And what I'm drawing with the black borders, those are what you call mineral concessions. So when you go to Tanzania or most countries, and you want to prospect in an area, the government gives you a mineral exploration block. The block may have existing property owners, like landowners. Now it's up to the company to do some corporate social responsibility programs within the community. That means talking to the owners in the community, and also trying to inform them of what procedures the company is going to undertake while doing the exploration. Yeah, so that's how the mineral veins of Tanzanite are behaving. But for us to understand further how they formed, I'll talk to you about a process called folding. Yeah, and this is where you have a block of land which has several layers, where it is subjected to compressional forces. Yeah, these are forces caused by earth movement, and they compress this land. Yeah, so the forces move towards one another. That's why I drew the arrows that way. So when these compressional forces act on the block of land, that's where you have folding occurring. Yeah, just the same way you have from the word folding, you end up having some kind of folded structures on this land because of the compressional forces. Yeah, so that's our block of land, and obviously it has layers of rock. The rocks could be different, and just from our basic geography, we know that there are three main types of rocks: igneous, metamorphic, and sedimentary. So, giving you an explanation, I'm going to draw a 2D section of what happens after the block of land has been subjected to compressional forces. So the layers of rock end up becoming folded. Yeah, and that's how they occur. Those are the three previous layers which we drew in 3D, but this is a 2D section. And still the compressional forces are acting on this piece of land. Yeah, so we end up having such features, and in the process of having folding taking place, we end up having smaller features. And for this case, when it comes to Tanzanite, as a result of the folding, we end up having smaller structures which are sausage shaped, which we call Bodin structures. And that is where you have Tanzanite forming for the case of the formation in Merelani. If you're to take a mineral to be assessed for gemstone quality, there are 5 properties such as color. They call them the 5 C's. Color, you have carats, which is the weight of your gemstone, and then you have the cut. So the cut is the finished product. The more complex, the more expensive it is. And then you have the composition, which is the chemical composition. And then the last C is the clarity. Are there any cracks in this gemstone? So these gentlemen got that amount, which is equivalent to around 3.3 million. Viewers, bear in mind that that amount was handed over in exchange for 9.74 kilograms, approximate kilograms of Tanzanite. Think about it. So as much as the figures are jaw-dropping, the knowledge is the most important. These are resources that are occurring in our backyards, yet we know nothing about. So trust me, in the next few days, people will be flooding that area, trying to get the best out of it. And you see, the Tanzanian government is really wise by buying the Tanzanite from the gentleman, because the biggest challenge when it comes to resources in the African continent is that we end up exporting our raw materials to other countries for processing, and the finished product, after it has been added value, we end up buying that product at a higher price, so which really doesn't add up if you do the economics. And the key reasons being that we cannot meet the energy requirements for processing these materials. What I'm basically saying is that we really have to put emphasis on geology and try and understand the natural resources we have, and how we can empower the people in knowing this information and start implementing things on the ground. Thank you for taking your time to listen. Please subscribe to my channel for more geology content from the continent so that we can understand and grow together. Thank you for listening once again. Till next time.